The crown is slipping, the spotlight is fading, and Tiffany Stratton? She might be walking straight into the biggest career-defining nightmare of her entire life. What's going on, SLAMZONE family? If you've been following the women's championship scene, if you've been watching Tiffany Stratton's meteoric rise, if you believed in the buff Barbie phenomenon like so many of us have, then what I'm about to tell you is going to hit you like a super kick straight to the gut. Because the writing isn't just on the wall anymore. It's being carved into stone, and the message is brutal. The queen of the center ring, the woman who cashed in Money in the Bank with all that confidence, all that swagger, all that championship gold draped over her shoulder, she's facing a storm that might be too powerful to survive. Before we dive deep into this emotional roller coaster, I need you to do something for me. I need you to hit that subscribe button right now. Not later, not when the video ends, but right now. Because what we're building here at SLAMZONE isn't just a channel, it's a family. It's a community of wrestling fans who live and breathe this business, who feel every victory and every devastating loss like it's happening to us personally. Smash that notification bell so you never miss a moment of the action, because in wrestling, everything can change in a heartbeat. Drop a comment down below and tell me if you're Team Tiffany or if you think her reign is already over. Let's get into this together. The atmosphere is electric. The arena is packed wall to wall with fans who are on their feet, who are screaming at the top of their lungs, who can feel that something massive is about to go down. You can taste the tension in the air like electricity before a lightning strike. Tiffany Stratton stands in that ring, championship gold around her waist, but you can see it in her eyes. That flicker of doubt, that shadow of fear. Because standing across from her, circling like a predator that's caught the scent of blood, is the challenger who's been waiting for this moment. The one who's been counting down the days, marking them off on a calendar written in rage and determination. The bell rings. And just like that, the match explodes into life. Tiffany moves first, rushing forward with that aggressive confidence she's known for, throwing a brutal clothesline that would take most opponents' heads clean off. But her challenger ducks. Smooth. Calculated. This isn't just another match. This is a hunt. The challenger spins around and connects with a lightning-fast dropkick that sends Tiffany stumbling backward into the corner turnbuckle. The impact echoes through the arena like a gunshot. The crowd erupts. Half of them are chanting Tiffany's name with desperate hope. The other half? They smell blood in the water. Tiffany pulls herself up using the ropes, shaking off the cobwebs, trying to regain her composure. But there's no time. The challenger is already charging in with a corner splash that crushes the champion against the turnbuckles with devastating force. You can see the air get knocked out of Tiffany's lungs. Her eyes go wide. This isn't how the script was supposed to go. This isn't how champions are supposed to feel. Vulnerable. Exposed. Hurt. The challenger drags Tiffany out of the corner by her hair, and the referee is shouting warnings, but nobody's listening because the crowd is too loud, the emotions are too raw, the stakes are too impossibly high. Irish whip across the ring, and Tiffany hits the opposite ropes hard. She rebounds, and walks straight into a devastating spine buster that plants her flat on her back in the center of the ring. The whole canvas shakes from the impact. The sound is sickening. Tiffany's body bounces once, then goes still. The challenger doesn't go for the cover. Not yet. Because this isn't about a quick victory. This is about sending a message. This is about proving that Tiffany's reign was built on luck, on opportunity, on cashing in that briefcase at exactly the right moment when the previous champion was already broken and bleeding. The challenger wants Tiffany to feel every second of this, to understand what it means to be truly outclassed. Tiffany crawls toward the ropes, desperately trying to create distance, trying to buy herself precious seconds to recover. Her hand reaches out and grabs the bottom rope, pulling herself up inch by agonizing inch. The crowd is split down the middle. Half of them are willing her to get up, to fight back, to show the heart of a champion. The other half wants to see the coronation of someone new, someone they believe deserves it more. The challenger stalks forward, measuring Tiffany up for what looks like it could be the beginning of the end. But wait. Tiffany's championship instincts kick in. As the challenger closes in, Tiffany explodes off the ropes with a surprise forearm smash that connects flush with the challenger's jaw. The momentum shifts in an instant. Suddenly Tiffany's on the offensive, throwing punch after punch, backing the challenger up across the ring. The champion has found her second wind, and you can see that fire reigniting in her eyes. Tiffany hits a beautiful snap suplex that takes the challenger up and over, crashing down hard on the mat. She floats over for the pin. The referee slides into position. 1. The crowd is on their feet. 2. Every person in that building is holding their breath. But the challenger kicks out at 2.5, throwing her shoulder up with authority that says this fight is far from over. Tiffany can't believe it. She argues with the referee, holding up 3 fingers, insisting it was a 3 count. But the referee stands firm. It was 2. Just 2. And in that moment of distraction, that split second where Tiffany's attention is divided, the challenger rolls her up from behind in a small package. The referee counts. 1, 2. Tiffany kicks out, but barely. The champion's heart is racing now. This match is slipping through her fingers like sand. Both women scramble to their feet at the same time. They're exhausted. Sweat is pouring down their faces. Their bodies are covered in the battle scars of a war that's pushing them both to their absolute limits. They lock up in the center of the ring, collar and elbow tie up, each one fighting for position, for control, for dominance. Neither one is willing to give an inch. The challenger gains the advantage, transitioning into a side headlock, squeezing tight, cutting off Tiffany's air supply. Tiffany tries to push her off, shoving the challenger toward the ropes, but the challenger holds on, maintaining that grip with iron determination. Tiffany drops to one knee. The referee checks on her, asking if she wants to quit. Tiffany shakes her head violently. Never. Champions don't quit. With a burst of desperate strength, Tiffany fights back to her feet, lifting the challenger up and dropping her with a back suplex that breaks the hold and leaves both women flat on their backs in the ring. The referee starts counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. The crowd is stomping their feet, clapping their hands, willing both competitors to get back up. 5. 6. Tiffany stirs, rolling onto her stomach. 7. The challenger is moving too, reaching for the ropes. 8. Both women make it to their feet just before the referee reaches 10. They stand facing each other from opposite sides of the ring, both breathing hard, both knowing that this match is going to come down to who wants it more, who's willing to dig deeper, who's willing to sacrifice more. Tiffany signals for her finishing move. The crowd knows what's coming. This could be it. The champion charges forward, looking to put this away once and for all. But the challenger sees it coming. She sidesteps at the last possible second, and Tiffany crashes into the corner turnbuckle sternum first. The impact is devastating. Tiffany staggers backward, clutching her chest, gasping for air. The challenger bounces off the ropes and comes flying in with her signature move. It connects perfectly. Tiffany goes down like she's been shot. The challenger hooks both legs. The referee counts. 1, 2, Tiffany kicks out. Somehow, someway, the champion finds the strength to kick out, and the entire arena explodes in disbelief. If you're feeling this intensity right now, if your heart is racing just hearing about this match, then you need to join the SLAMZONE family permanently. Hit that like button to show some love for the effort we put into bringing you these breakdowns. Subscribe and turn on notifications because we've got more incredible content coming your way every single week. Comment below and let me know what you think happens next in Tiffany's championship story. Are you riding with her until the end, or do you think her time is up? The challenger can't believe it either. She sits on her knees, staring at the referee with wide eyes, holding up 3 fingers, but it was only 2. Just 2. The match continues, and now both women are running on pure adrenaline and willpower. They've left everything they have in that ring. Every ounce of energy, every bit of skill, every piece of their heart and soul. They trade strikes in the center of the ring. Forearm for forearm. Each shot lands with a sickening thud that makes the crowd wince. Tiffany throws a right hand. The challenger answers with one of her own. Back and forth, neither willing to back down, neither willing to show weakness. This is what championship wrestling looks like. This is where careers are defined. This is where legends are born and where dreams come crashing down into nightmares. Tiffany gets the advantage with a knee to the midsection that doubles the challenger over. She sets up for her devastating finishing maneuver, the one that's put away so many opponents before. The crowd is split, half cheering, half jeering. Tiffany lifts the challenger up. This is it. But somehow, mid-move, the challenger counters, slipping out the back and landing on her feet behind Tiffany. Before the champion can react, the challenger locks in her own finisher. Tiffany's eyes go wide with panic. She reaches desperately for the ropes, but they're too far away. The challenger wrenches back with everything she has left. The referee is right there, checking on Tiffany, asking if she submits. Tiffany's face is twisted in agony, but she refuses to tap. Her hand hovers over the mat, trembling, fighting against every instinct that's screaming at her to end the pain. The seconds feel like hours. The crowd is in absolute pandemonium. Half of them are chanting for Tiffany to fight out of it. The other half is counting down what they believe are the final moments of her championship reign. And then, somehow, impossibly, Tiffany starts to power out. Inch by inch, she drags herself and the challenger across the ring toward the ropes. Her fingers are outstretched, reaching, clawing at the canvas. She's so close. The ropes are right there. The crowd is losing their minds. Just a little bit further. Tiffany's fingertips brush the bottom rope. The referee calls for the break. The hold is released. Tiffany has survived. But at what cost? Both women are absolutely spent. They lie on opposite sides of the ring, neither able to stand, neither able to continue. The referee starts another 10 count. The crowd is on their feet, not sitting down, not looking away, because they know this is the moment. The next sequence is going to determine everything. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tiffany uses the ropes to pull herself up. 5, 6. The challenger is fighting to her feet on the other side. 7, 8. Both women are up. Barely, but they're up. They stumble toward each other, meeting in the center of the ring one more time. And in that moment, you can see the respect. Despite everything, despite the intensity and the violence and the desperation, there's respect. These are two warriors who've pushed each other to the absolute limit. But respect doesn't win championships. The challenger strikes first with a super kick that catches Tiffany flush on the chin. Tiffany's knees buckle, but she doesn't go down. She fires back with a desperation strike of her own. The challenger staggers. Tiffany hits the ropes, building momentum for one final big move. She comes off the ropes with everything she has left. But the challenger ducks underneath, and as Tiffany turns around, confused, disoriented, exhausted beyond measure, the challenger connects with her finisher. The devastating move that's ended countless matches. Tiffany crashes to the mat. The challenger collapses on top of her for the cover. The referee slides into position. The count begins. 1. The crowd is screaming. 2. Time seems to slow down. 3. The bell rings. It's over. The match is over. And Tiffany Stratton's championship reign has come to an end. The new champion is crowned in the center of the ring while Tiffany lies there, staring up at the lights, tears streaming down her face, unable to process what just happened. Everything she worked for, everything she sacrificed, gone in an instant. The celebration is happening all around her, but Tiffany is frozen in that moment of devastating loss. This is the brutal reality of professional wrestling. One night you're on top of the world, the next you're lying on your back wondering how it all fell apart so quickly. And for Tiffany Stratton fans, this is the nightmare we hoped would never come. The bad news we didn't want to face. But here it is, as real and as painful as anything can be. If this story moved you, if you felt every moment of this emotional journey, then show some love to the SLAMZONE family. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and make sure those notifications are turned on because we're bringing you the most intense, most emotional wrestling content on YouTube. Comment down below with your thoughts. Where does Tiffany go from here? Can she bounce back from this crushing defeat? Or is this the beginning of a downward spiral? Let's discuss it together, because that's what family does. We support each other through the victories and the heartbreaking losses. Welcome to SLAMZONE, where every match tells a story, and every story matters. I'll see you in the next one.